Look at all of this doggone pollen. All this pollen is on my car windshield. It's crazy because it's like literally spring just started a couple of minutes ago. Like a few minutes ago, spring started, and now the trees are just mudding all over the damn place. Got their jizz all over cars and shit. It's ridiculous. Then it was just 10 degrees yesterday, and right now it's like sunny with a chance of meatballs in Georgia. I don't know what's happening anymore. Like, none of it makes any sense. It's all, I'm befuddled. It's befuddling to me. But I be having these random thoughts and random conversations that I be having in my mind, and sometimes I just want to share them with people. So I have found this out, and this was just like a real eye-opening experience for me. Did you know that you can just create a word in your head? Like, if you're not certain about who's who in your life or whatever, and like you just like, oh, it's just something about that person that either I like or I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I start giving the universe, like, I don't want to say test, but like I came up with a word. Like, I just said it to myself. I didn't speak it to anybody. I didn't write it down or anything like that. I just came up with a word, and I was like, if such and such is A, B, and C, then let them say this word. And it was a random word. It wasn't like it was a word that you would just say like in conversation, everyday conversation. Like, it's something specific. You know what I'm saying? This is like, wait a minute. I was just thinking about that. It was one of those types of words. So now I will say this. This is what I will say is when you do that, then you better have, like, when you do that, you just need to be prepared, because when you first hear it, it's going to like shock you awake, because it's like, dang, like, God, you really be listening to me. Like, the universe, you really listening to me. Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so then now what I started doing was I asked, all right, now what am I supposed to do with this information that was just revealed about this individual to me? You know what I mean? So after I had this, I'm still waiting on the revelation to have to deal with that. I think it'll come soon. But after I had did that, and I was just like, all right, well, if this person is, let's just say you just want to know if a person is right for you or not. You'll be like, okay, like, if this person is right for me, let them say this word, cowabunga. And you don't say that to anybody. You don't speak it to anybody. You just think of it in your head. Just a word that no one would say in everyday conversation. So you'll be talking to this person, and it usually is not like it always happens like the same day, the next day, whatever. But it will happen in time enough, like soon enough time, that you won't forget that you're listening for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll think of the word, and then you'll just put it in the back of your mind, and you're just like, all right, now when that happens, then remind me, like, you're telling the universe, like, remind me of this when it happens. Like, bring this word back to my memory so I don't forget it or whatever. So you're talking to the guy, and then the guy says, just like in a random conversation, like, oh yeah, I used to love how Raphael used to say cowabunga, the Ninja Turtle. Well, you ain't thinking about Ninja Turtles and cowabunga at the time that he's saying this, which is when the universe be listening and like okay, you asked me to remind you about this. Here it is. This is like your confirmation that he's a great guy, and I sent it or whatever. Or if he's not, you know what I'm saying? You could say, Have them say, uh, that was stupid of you. Have them say, Michelin Man or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you can just, use that information to help you maneuver. Because what I started realizing was that a lot of these entities that have started moving through these cell phones and these spirits that moved out into the world, because a lot of times what a lot of people fail to realize is that, and people kind of like, mock me or whatever when I say stuff like that. Oh, you think that, these spirits be moving through cell phones? Yeah, they do. You know what I'm saying? Even if you were to go to the Bible days, the Bible would specifically tell you that they used to move in and out of people. They're animals. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what advanced capabilities that they have become, because they're not humans. Like, these aren't human beings. These are entities, spirits, or whatever they are, whatever they call. But they have the ability to move through individuals. So it's not far-fetched. They can find a way to move through these phones and computers and all of that other stuff. So, because all of the phones and things like that are attached to humans. It's not like they just going into like random phones that ain't connected to nobody. These are all, most cell phones have owners. So, and they can move fairly quickly through these things. But if you're not really paying attention to, how a lot of this stuff is unfolding, you just be like, oh, well, that's just a guy I met at the grocery store, a guy I met on social media, or whatever. Most of the people that you'll probably be meeting on the internet are not real people. You know what I mean? You'll be listening to them, you'll be encountering them, you'll look at their pictures, you'll like their pictures, but a lot of them are not human beings. A lot of these individuals are entities, and what is consuming, well, not consuming them, but what is occupying them are not human. They're like soulless creatures. That's why you can get on the internet and see the most horrendous, heinous, crazy things at all times of day and night. Why do you think that is? Like, it's not by like haphazardly. Excuse me. This didn't just happen all of a sudden. No, like, the internet was created by CERN, the scientists at CERN. So after they had created it, after they created CERN, then they had created the this is my bad. I got a text message. That's what I was supposed to be doing. No, boy. But so a lot of these individuals and whatevers aren't human. So you'll just be talking to these individuals, thinking like, oh, I met a nice guy on on the internet, not realizing that you ain't even talking to a human. He ain't even a real life human. He's not even a real human. You know what I mean? I had to turn off my Bluetooth. Okay. Yeah, you don't even see this You don't even know that this individual's not even a human being, because you just looking at his pictures or her pictures and what she got on her, her big booty or whatever, and you not even realizing that majority of these individuals that we encounter are not human. You say the devil took a third of the angels with him. Where did you think they went? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, when you actually start paying attention to the world that is around us, you'll start seeing. And the crazy part is, like, some of them don't know surface level what they are, so they don't necessarily think that they are, demonic or whatever. But a lot of these, like, if you really pay attention, people will tell you who they are. And if you pay attention, some people have already identified who a lot of people are. So you'll have somebody saying, oh, well, that's a troll. And you'll see them just like it's, a cute little young whatever, or older lady or whatever. You're looking at it on the surface level. But if you envision a troll and what they look like, in cartoons, these images had to come from somewhere. Somebody seen one. But it learned how to manipulate the physical. So now it don't look like how it would look in your child, like how you seen them growing up like a troll living under the bridge. They don't look like that now. They advanced. They learn how to put on avatars. So now that image that you used to see as a kid would be inside of 5'6", 125-pound, light skin, long hair, dark skin, long hair, tall, dark, handsome. You know what I'm saying? Because they learn how to disguise themselves. You get what I'm saying? So, and I just learned this through observation and observing some of the people that I have to encounter every day. That helped me start looking at people. I've always looked at people and saw people, but I never seen people how I'm seeing people now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing, like, I've always seen people for who I wanted them to be, which makes like how I should have been seeing myself. But I just seen them like I wanted them to be the best version of themselves or whatever, not realizing I'm sitting up here encouraging demons. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can do it. You can be a great such and such and a great so and so. You just siphoning my energy. I'm not realizing that I'm helping out a demon. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't looking at it that deeply. But when I started looking at it that deeply and I started seeing, oh, that's what you are. Okay. I mean, they ain't bad like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just be cowards, because they like roaches for the most part. They like roaches. They don't necessarily like to be seen. Like, when the lights come on, they like to get gone because they roaches. That's exactly what they behave like. They really behave like that. Because as soon as you start exposing them and seeing what they are, then they start like running. So you have like gargoyles, you have trolls, you have you have trolls, you have clowns, you have fuck boys, you have baby daddies, you know what I'm saying? You have fathers, you have husbands. You'll see one person and you'll think that this person is all of those things because he got married. He's a husband. Oh, he's a husband. He got married. He has a child. He's this and this and that. No, he's not. He's a troll. Now, you can have husbands that get married and they just be husbands, but because of how these things have learned to manipulate and you're not really paying attention to what they are, then they trick you. So